I'm from El Paso, Texas, and I'm the Deputy Director for City Development and / Planning. So in essence, through those functions, I'm the Planning Director for the City of El Paso. When you look at the history of El Paso, between 1900 and 1950, it was one of the wealthiest cities in the United States. Our per capita income was above 100% of the national. It was in Phoenix, it was in Tucson, it was in Albuquerque, it wasn't even San Antonio, it was El Paso, it was the hub of the Southwest. We were doing a lot of great things, right? We had a great downtown, we had great urban parks, we had a great international trolley system, we had great neighborhoods. And in terms of planning history, El Paso has had the first comprehensive plan in the state of Texas, second to Cincinnati, which was done in May of 1925. El Paso's was adopted in December of 1925, both of them done by George Kessler, one of the premier urban planners of his generation. And so we have a great history in terms of planning and thinking big. Comp plan set the vision and goals and objectives for the next several years, 5, 10, 25 years. The thing I think that sets us apart with this comp plan is that it really does talk about smart growth. It talks about livability. It talks about linking health with the built environment. It talks about renewable energy sources. It talks about more open space and more parkland. There's a big emphasis on redeveloping our downtown, because as you start to redevelop your downtown, then that's less land that you'll have to consume out in the fringes. It was a 2-year process, engaged thousands of residents. We have a website that's still active and still gets a lot of hits on a daily basis. Through that 2-year process, we had a series of 5 charrettes, each lasting 10 to 14 days throughout those 2 years. The charrettes were done in different parts of the city so that we were able to extend our outreach to the majority of the city proper. And we had design studios, we had hands-on design sessions, we had lectures, we had walking tours, we had discussions about the past and the present and the future. We were able to engage stakeholders, the chambers of commerce, school districts, neighborhood associations, nonprofits, community foundations. And so again, it was just important for us that we did a plan that encompass the opinions and visions and dreams of a good chunk of the population. It's been called one of the countries, if not the best smart growth plan in the country by Atlantic Cities. It got an EPA award. And so we're really proud of the work that we've done and the work that we'll continue to do as part of the implementation. We're initiating a bus rapid transit. We know that market studies are showing that people want varied types of transportation systems. You don't always want to drive. And so our bus rapid transit will extend to about 80% of the city through 4 major corridors, each having hubs or TODs, as you know, throughout those corridors. We have one of the most aggressive smart code rezoning policies in the Southwest. I think by the end of 2013, we will have more acreage zoned to smart code than any other city in the Southwest, tying again the urbanity, the walkability, the design of neighborhoods and communities to economic development, because we know that that's where certain populations want to be at. The ability to be able to live, work, and play within one of those transit lines with perhaps instead of owning 2 cars, you own 1 car or no car at all. I think will be important for cities like El Paso and those cities that want to be in the 21st century again, because we know that that's where the trend is going. That's where sort of not only the Generation Y, but the baby boomers, they want that type of lifestyle, and we're going to need to offer it to them if we want to compete. We're also initiating a trolley system. We had one of the first and most extensive international trolley systems in the world back in the early 1900s. It used to go into Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. It stopped in 1974, so we're looking to bring back the first leg. We'll circulate around downtown through the University District, with the intention that over time we could maybe bring it back into the international realm. So we're doing just a whole bunch of different things that I think in 5 to 10 years will make El Paso, based on the plan and based on the input that we got from residents, one of the most premier cities in the Southwest. Cities that are going to compete in the 21st century need to start linking their built environment with their economic development. And so in the past, it used to be that companies would go to a city that offered the best sort of tax break or the best abatement. That's not the case anymore. I think companies and people and capital and knowledge want to be in cities that offer great amenities. I think if you look at the demographics of the Generation Y, that those population between 18 to 32, they're graduating and moving to cities that are cool and hip and walkable and urban, even before they have a job, right? And the idea is that they're moving to different types of cities. And when you concentrate that amount of knowledge and talent, something's bound to happen.